Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants to sic the Department of Justice on Republican lawmakers in the state legislature in Tennessee because they put up a vote to oust 3 members for participating in the transgender insurrection, and 2 of them got expelled. The problem for the D.C. Democrats is that they do not have the authority to do this, but they're doing it anyway. Let's get into it. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. So, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia, Democrat, have asked the DOJ to look into the expulsions of Tennessee state representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Pearson and Jones, along with Democrat Representative Gloria Johnson, urged their colleagues to take action against gun violence last month by storming the State House floor. Now, after the D.C. Democrats spent 2 years complaining about the January 6th riot, you would think that they'd be a little sensitive towards storming a state house, a Capitol building. Okay? But they're not. So the message that the Senate Majority Leader is sending is that it's not okay for Republicans and conservatives to protest at a Capitol building, but it's perfectly legitimate for Democrats to do so. And if you hold them responsible, we're going to sic Merrick Garland and his goons on you. So get this. In response to the expulsions, Schumer and Warnock, they asked Garland to, quote, take all steps necessary to uphold the democratic integrity of our nation's legislative bodies. And they violated the sovereignty of the nation's legislative bodies by doing so. These guys are idiots. They don't even know what they're doing. The Democrats have given up on democracy and due process and the rule of law a couple of years ago. I mean, fully. You know, they've always been hinting that they don't believe in it anymore, but fully, we've seen too many things. Schumer and Warnock's actions here have confirmed that because the federal government has no business sticking its nose into the internal affairs of a state, that they're willing to do so. The 2 Democrats who were ousted broke the rules and paid the consequences. Now, I'm going to put a link to the letter that Schumer sent to the DOJ in the description so you can read the whole thing for yourself. And let's try to remember what was going on here, folks. The Democrat lawmakers protested after a transgender shooter killed 6 people, 3 of whom were 9-year-old children at a private school, a Christian school in Nashville called the Covenant School. Now, in their letter to Garland, Schumer and Warnock said, quote, we do not believe that breaking decorum is alone sufficient cause for employing the most draconian of consequences to duly elected lawmakers. And that's just too damn bad because the legislature in Tennessee did think it was an appropriate move to send the message that lawmakers must live by a higher standard when it comes to an insurrection. Now, the letter went on. It said, this is undemocratic, un-American, and unacceptable, and the U.S. Department of Justice should investigate whether it was also unlawful or unconstitutional. Are you kidding me? What is undemocratic, un-American, and unacceptable was D.C. Democrats, the majority leader of the Senate, no less, is trying to sic the U.S. Department of Justice on a state legislature because they are Republicans who followed the rules when Democrats did not. Now, here's something that they probably never taught you in public school, in any class, history, social study, anything, okay? James Madison, the father of the Constitution, he wrote in Federalist 45, among other things, he defined what were the powers of the federal government and the state governments under our Constitution as it still is today, okay? 99% of your members of Congress don't know this. I want liberals to pay close attention to this because this is literally how our Constitution still performs today. Madison wrote, the powers delegated by the proposed Constitution to the federal government are few and defined. Few and defined. Those which are to remain in the state governments are numerous and indefinite. They never end, okay? The former will be exercised principally on external objects, meaning nationhood objects, such as war, peace, negotiation, and foreign commerce, with which the last, the power of taxation, will, for the most part, be connected. Now get this. The powers reserved to the several states will extend to all the objects which, in the ordinary course of affairs, concern the lives, liberties, and properties of the people and the internal order, improvement, and prosperity of the state. In other words, what Madison said was that the way the Constitution is written is that There are 18 enumerated powers, Article 1, Section 8, look them up, that the federal government has. And if they want to take another power, that they have to ask the states for permission in the form of an amendment. Okay? James Madison would be ashamed of Chuck Schumer and Raphael Warnock and would consider them enemies of the nation. It is undeniable that the Democratic Party has become a national body that believes in the rule of law, holding people accountable, and delivering justice for one's actions, so long as the targets are Republicans. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, visit rpwmedia.com. Share all of our stories with like-minded friends. Give us a like. It helps. Give us some comments. We'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream.